Hey, thanks for joining the channel. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. There was a point where I really believed that if I go get the CompTIA A plus certification, that was going to be my way directly into IT. I felt like, yeah, I'm going to go straight into IT. I'm going to get that job that I want. I'm not going to have to put in like 1,000 resumes. Everything's going to be fine. And I'm going to live happily ever after, right? But if I'm being honest, it really, that mindset really could have cost me a lot of time and it could have cost me a lot of money. And so today, before you go spend $400 plus on the CompTIA A plus certification, I actually want to talk to you about this in 2026. Just, if you should take the certification or not, or if it's even worth it. So let's just get into the video. So those of you who don't know me, this channel is all about IT stuff. I like to talk about, getting into IT, just kind of like career advice and just kind of how to pave your way to get straight into IT. I actually took the CompTIA A plus certification. I took it, a few years back, and I actually took the certification through my job. They actually paid for it. So it's free of charge. It didn't cost me anything. After I took the certification, I worked in IT for a little bit and then actually got out of the industry. And then, come like a few years ago, I decided I want to go back into IT. And, I didn't have the A plus certification because the previous one, it actually expired on me. So that's why I had to take the A plus certification again. And, I decided to get my A plus through my college degree plan. Okay. And so here again, it's free of charge. So that's 2 times that I had the A plus certification and it's free. It didn't cost me anything. When you talk about getting into IT and you just talk about trying to get into the field, one of the things that you hear the most about is going to be, certifications. More specifically, you're going to hear a lot about the CompTIA A plus certification. The reason that you're going to hear about this certification is because this certification is more like it's like an entry-level beginner type certification. All right. That just means that most people that don't know anything about computers, they don't know anything about operating systems like that, they're going to go straight to this cert because it talks about Windows. It talks about different hardware components of a computer, talks about just the different, computer stuff. You know what I'm saying? That just people that are outside the industry, they're not going to know about. The main company that puts this certification together is called CompTIA. CompTIA is what you would call, I'm not going to say that they're gatekeepers, but if you type in entry-level certification for IT, you're going to get something that comes up about CompTIA. CompTIA is just a company that decided that, hey, we're going to put together this certification. We're going to put together this information that's going to help people know a little bit more about computers that have no general knowledge about computers. And it's just going to give you kind of like a foundation. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear, hey, I need to get my A plus certification. You're going to go on Reddit. You're going to go on YouTube. You're going to hear other YouTubers. You're going to hear people on social media talk about you need to get the A plus certification. Even actually on some jobs that you go apply for, they're going to have this certification as one of the requirements on the job. Not all, but probably definitely some. So if you go apply for something like IT support, if you apply for help desk technician, IT support technician, they're probably going to have the A plus certification within the job descriptions, right? Having the certification does not equal the job. All right. Basically, having the certification, it's not going to make you ready just by itself. It's just like one piece of the puzzle. All right. So basically what I mean that is like the certification doesn't equal the job, meaning that if you go get the certification, you're going to learn the foundational tools and skills that you need to do IT support work or to do help desk work. All right. You're going to know the foundations of how a computer works, how the operating system comes on, the BIOS stuff that, when you first turn on the computer, it runs through the BIOS first. You're going to learn hardware and all that good stuff. Right. Even though that that stuff, it's kind of just like, I would say it's a lot of theory. Okay. So it's not a lot of hands-on. So when you go apply for a job, of course, when you get in that interview, they're going to ask you. So like, what do you know how to do? If you apply for an IT support role, they're going to ask you. So, what type of computer have you worked with? What problem were you able to solve with that computer with the knowledge that you have from the A plus certification? So that's what I mean, that just having the actual certification by itself, it doesn't mean that you're actually ready to go and apply for a job. You gotta get the hands-on skills. I'll give you an example. So before I got my A plus certification, I used to record music, and of course to record music you have to have a computer, and like I have a keyboard right here. I have to be able to connect this keyboard to my computer. I have to be able to get the sound from this into the computer. And so therefore you need a sound card. So what's a sound card? You know what I mean? So just by me playing around with my own hobby and just kind of messing around with technology, I have a small bit of a small piece of the puzzle by just actually playing around with my own devices here, or just playing with my own hobbies. All right, because it gives me a little bit of knowledge as far as how to connect devices. It gives me just a little bit of knowledge of how computers work. Okay, so but yet I don't know how a server works. I wouldn't know how a server works, or I wouldn't necessarily know how to, go into the cloud and do, cloud stuff, because I only have a small piece of the puzzle, which is just maybe connecting a few wires. I don't really know everything. I just know just a little bit. All right. So certification is kind of the same. With the certification, yeah, you know just general information about computers, about hardware, software, things like that, about different computer components, but that's just a small piece of what you're going to need to know. Once you get in IT, and just like once you get in the field, you're going to learn like a broad array of information with networking and just all kind of different stuff that you just wouldn't get from a certification. So that's why I say that the certification is just a part of the puzzle. So I just want to tell you just like a quick story here. So I went for an IT technician interview, and it was just for it was for IT. No, it was for like an IT support technician job. So I went for this job, I applied for it, and I waited a few days, and actually they called me back, and I get into the interview, and we're talking, interview's going well. Then I get to this one question that the guy asked me. He started asking me. He was just like, "Well, do you know how to do X, Y, Z?" And I was just like, what? I've never, I don't know how to actually connect into or RDP into another machine. They actually started asking me about documentation on projects and stuff like that. And actually, I never did any kind of documentation. I've never done anything beyond just studying just general certification information. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, that theory that I learned from the certification, which is not bad to know, but that information that I learned from the cert, it didn't actually help me when I was in the job interview for the technician position. You went and studied for the certification, and you know a whole bunch of definitions, which is great. And you know what things are. You know what Wi-Fi is. You know what I'm saying? You know what a printer is. You know what I'm saying? You know what a server is. You know what I'm saying? That's great. But what it helped me kind of realize is that I need to take my experience and the information that I know and my knowledge just a little bit higher to the next level by actually getting hands-on. I know in this video, I'm kind of talking about A+ is not the only thing that you need, and that you probably will need a little bit more as far as like hands-on. I do want to talk positive about the A+ certification too, because it's not really just all bad. A+ is not useless. It really just teaches you like important fundamentals. Like I said, it's going to teach you about hardware. It's going to teach you about operating systems, like basic networking, IP addresses, running the IP config inside of the terminal. It's going to teach you troubleshooting. Sometimes I think people, they may expect a little bit too much from the CompTIA A+ certification. And like I say, people just think that if you get the certification, it's going to equal getting a job, and you don't have to do any more studying. You don't have to gain any more knowledge as far as adding to what you already know to help you get to the next level or help you get to that next position. So I just want to reiterate that if you get the certification, that's a good thing. That's great. Some people need to get it, and then it's okay for the people that don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Some people already have hands-on to where they don't need a certification. They don't need the theory because they work with the computers every single day, so they have that A+ knowledge. But for you, 2026, yeah, if you want to get the A+ certification, it's a good thing, because the certification is going to give you that foundational knowledge that you need, especially if you've never worked with a computer before. If you don't know definitions when it comes to what Wi-Fi is, or what a server is, or what Active Directory is, or just anything that's inside of the A+ certification, then this cert is definitely good for you. Okay, so moving on to the cost of the CompTIA A+ exam. A lot of people, they don't know, especially if you're a beginner and you don't know anything about the CompTIA A+. This exam is a two-part exam. This means is that you're going to go and study for one part of the exam, which could be hardware, it could be devices, it could be learning the operating system, versus the other half could be, well, it could be like something else. But it's basically a two-part exam. So you don't get one certification. You're going to actually, well, you get one certification, but you have to take two exams in order to get that one certification. If that's something that I can say that's negative about the CompTIA A+, I took the exam and I did a lot of studying for that to get the information down. But, it turns out that, yeah, I have another part to take. And it can get a little discouraging, especially if you're like me. You're a little bit of a high achiever, and you want to get and study and get the certification just as quickly as possible, but you don't want to you don't want to waste a lot of time. So yeah, it's kind of discouraging knowing that you actually have two exams that you have to go and study for. So let's say you take one exam and you pass that one, then you study for the next one. You take a month to study for that, and then you go take the exam and then you don't pass. It's just like, well, dang, I got part of the exam, but I don't have the other part. And so you kind of feel stuck a little bit. Me personally, when I took the CompTIA A plus this year, well, I took it last year in 2025. I actually took it through my college degree program, and I actually was able to study for it for about a month, and I studied both parts of the exam. And I was well aware that, there were two parts to the exam, but I'm just saying, if I had to go back and do it over again, I would definitely change that to where they just make it just a one-part exam to where you don't have to study for two parts. You know what I'm saying? It makes things a lot easier, and it makes things go by just a lot faster. I do want to say that the cost, it definitely adds up quickly. Now, each exam is I think I think it's like $300, maybe $300 per exam though. And that can get pretty expensive. The problem with that is like people are just like everyday people. People don't have a lot of money, or you may not have a lot of money to spend on two separate exams. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the beginning of the video, you work hard, you have other bills that you want to take and spend your money on. You may have children, and you don't have a lot of room to waste money. You know what I'm saying? So I think CompTIA, if you're listening, I think that you can do better on, maybe dropping the price if it's going to be, two exams, or at least just make it a one-part exam, and I just get it done that way. Or the key thing that I want to say is over $400 for an entry-level cert? Nah, I don't think so. Just a quick tip, a better way to get past this is if you don't if paying for the certification is too much money, if you just don't have the resources to pay for the certifications, you have to be a little bit more resourceful and find a way to pay for it. Okay. And there are tons of different programs out there that you can take that will actually help you get this certification to where you don't have to pay for it. The first one is you can get the certification through your jobs. I used to work at a company called Verizon Wireless. They were a telecom communications company. And I did a little bit of digging, and I found out that they actually had a program to where, yeah, man, you can get the A+ certification. They'll pay for network plus, security plus, and I could get basically any certification that I want through my actual company. So that's great. So I didn't have to pay for anything. Another way that you can pay for the exam is just, you can go to college. That's one way. You don't have to go get a degree just to take the CompTIA certification. But I am saying, though, that some colleges, they offer this certification, like WGU, shout out to them. But they offer the certification as well as the many other certifications inside of their degree programs. And if you can find a way for your job to actually pay for college, then you don't have to pay for the certifications because your actual job is paying for that cert. And you'll just get the certification, you'll get the degree free of charge, and your job will pay for it. So you can do it that way. Okay, so what I would do different as far as this CompTIA A+ certification is basically I would not study for the cert for more than a month. You know what I'm saying? I think when I took the A+ certification back in 2025, I studied for it. It wasn't a difficult exam, but I think, sometimes I can be a little bit anal, and then sometimes I can be just a little bit overbearing to where I kind of go over and over something because I want to make sure that I get it right. And sometimes that's to my own detriment, especially as far as my wife tells me. But I wouldn't take so much time to actually study for the certification. This certification, it's not difficult. You know what I mean? Anybody can pass it if you can read and you can learn, then you can definitely learn this certification. It's not difficult. So I would just study Professor Messer's information or his resources on YouTube, and I wouldn't have used the Cert Master. Now, like I said, I took the CompTIA A+ certification. I took it 2 times. I took it once back in 2014, somewhere back in there. I passed it. I actually used Cert Master then, you know what I'm saying? And it took more than a month to actually go through the whole Cert Master because they have test questions. They have a whole bunch of reading material that you have to read to actually learn the material for the cert. And yeah, like I said, it just took way too long. When I took the exam in 2025, which was last year, basically I didn't use Cert Master this time, but I actually just used Professor Messer's information on YouTube. So I want to say it again. If you want to save time and you don't want to take a lot of your time to study. You know, you have things to do, you have work, you have other responsibilities, you have family that you have to tend to. If I were you, what I would do is I would just go on YouTube and just type in Professor Messer A plus, and he's going to give you all of the video resources that you need. It's not a lot of videos, but he's going to just give you a playlist, and he's just going to cover the exam. He's going to give you test questions, everything that you need, and you should be ready to take the exam at least within less than a month. So that's definitely what I would do different. Something else that I would do different is I would actually do hands-on projects as far as the information that I learned inside of the actual A plus certification. A lot of times to where, you know, you take the certification and you study for it, which is great. You get the information, you learn something new, and you're excited. And you're so excited that you kind of just skip and move on to the next thing without actually getting hands-on information or hands-on experience with what the information that you learned. So here again, you only thing that you did was you got the certification and you studied, which is great, but you only learned theory. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get hands-on. You have to get hands-on, and that's what I would do differently. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I'm just saying, like, when I took the certification in 2014, I did no type of hands-on experience. You know what I'm saying? I worked a little bit with the computers trying to connect my keyboard and my sound card to my PC and hooking up a microphone and all that, and just dealing with all the signal stuff. So I had a little bit of experience with a computer. When I took the cert, you know, like I say, I learned that theory, but I didn't really do more hands-on. You know what I'm saying? Like going into the BIOS setting of a computer and, you know, seeing how to, you know, change the clock speed of the CPU, or just seeing how to, you know, shut the computer down from somewhere in the BIOS, or just kind of just looking at the configuration settings inside the BIOS is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I didn't get that hands-on, and you're always going to need that in any job interview or any job that you do. So yeah, so even when it comes to Security Plus, Network Plus, I would definitely have got more hands-on. So guys, so just look, when you take the certifications, do not forget to get hands-on. Do at least one project. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the A plus, a project that you can do, and matter of fact, I think I'm going to do a video on it. But basically, you can take a hard drive and just take that and put it inside of another computer. Open up the computer, take that hard drive out, put it inside another computer, and actually get, like, physically touch the hard drive and see what the hard drive does. Like, how does the hard drive feel in your hand? How does it feel to unscrew those bolts from the bottom of the computer? And how does it feel to actually pull open a computer and, you know, hear it cracking when you're pulling it up, you know, when you're opening it? That way you get experience with messing with computers and knowing that you got to be careful when you open a computer. You know, get experience with using that, what do they call it? The electrostatic mat or something, or that static mat, you know, that you can clip onto a grounding points to where, you know, you don't cause electric discharge into the computer's chassis. You know what I'm saying? So just those little bitty nuanced things, or those little things, are actually going to help you when it comes to actual jobs. So yeah, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep saying it. Make sure that you get hands-on experience. Okay. So is the CompTIA A plus your golden ticket into IT? Nope. I don't think it is. If you're looking for a strong foundation, I can actually help you with that. If someone else is paying for it, then definitely go for it. But if you're paying for it yourself, you don't actually have to do that. You can just take a step back and make sure it's the smartest investment for your situation. Remember, you know what I'm saying, I mentioned those different resources in the video at the beginning. I kind of let you know that you can go to school, you can use your job to pay for the certification, or you can skip the certification all in itself and just go on YouTube and take a listen at Professor Messer and go with his awesome resources for the CompTIA A plus certification. So yeah. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's not really about chasing certifications, but this is about building real skills, and that's what's really going to get your foot in the door. And of course, once you get that foot in the door, you're going to be happy that you listened to this video, and you're going to be happy that you put in the work to get to where you need to be. All right. So like I always say, keep God first and everything will be good. So see you in IT.